What do we have for Aries, please? Nine of Wands, Sag energy at the foundation of the reading, Aries. Aries, there's this very determined, resilient energy that is surrounding you at the moment. I feel that you're moving towards something that you have been having to put off for quite some time because of somebody that may have been inside your energy. And I feel that finally you have cut away from this person or these people, take it as it fits, or this is somebody that you still need to cut out of your life so you can start moving in this direction. But whatever the case, depending on where each one of you are on this particular timeline, there is an energy here that is trying to find out what you're doing, what you're working on. It's as if this person is being sent by some other individual so they can report back. It's an energy that's trying to keep tabs on you, Aries. And I feel that the reason for this is so they can try and sabotage you in some capacity here. Now, because of the astrology, we're in Mercury retrograde. We've just had this eclipse. The astrology is very chaotic at the moment. It would be very wise for you to keep your moves and your plans to yourself. You need to maintain any boundaries that you have with these individuals or new individuals that try and pry their way into your life right now. Stay very forward focused. Don't allow anybody to knock you off path, because there does seem to be some sort of distracting energy here that is very determined to get you to act out. It's as if this energy wants you to become very on edge and defensive so they can position you right where they want you as a means for you to self-sabotage your own beginning. And this is a really effective way to get people to stop any movement forward, is to simply get them to react to some sort of annoying energy, right? And you, Aries, as well as Scorpio, so I'm picking up this Mars kind of energy, is very quick to react. So it's very important right now that you don't put yourself in a position to where you feel like you need to defend yourself. And I just heard very clearly, Aries, they're trying to breach the perimeter. Okay, and I'm also hearing for some of you, they've already breached the perimeter. See, right here, you've got these wands. It's like you've put up a perimeter. And this bear or wolf, well, this depiction looks like a bear. Some of the other depictions, it's more a wolf. But I also feel there's a message there. It's like this person's a wolf or they're overbearing. That's going to resonate with some of you out there. What do we have at the sacral, please? Wow. Four of Cups, Cancer energy at the sacral. I just heard by plane, by boat, and by car. And I feel that what this speaks about is them stopping at nothing to try and get what they want. And as you can see here, there's what looks to be a flying horse, maybe a unicorn or something. Then we have this hand coming through trying to give you something, right? We have these other cups here, which all look like offers. And then here you are leaned up against this tree, essentially in an energy of peace. It's like you're surrounded by some sort of new outlook on life. This is what energy you're in at the moment. And there's all this distraction coming in. I mean, we have it here with this wolf or bear, this flying unicorn or horse, this energy coming in here. And this is right at the sacral. So it's as if you're focused on something that you're very passionate about. Balanced sacral energy. But there's this person that's trying to trigger you. It's as if they want to get a reaction out of you. They want you to become overly emotional. They want to get you in this energy where you're losing interest and lacking motivation on this path that you're currently navigating your way down at this moment. There's also an energy here that I'm picking up for some of you that wants you to think that whatever this is you're working on isn't anything that significant or special. There's an energy of apathy that I'm picking up here. It's like this energy wants you to lose your hunger for life. This is also the kind of thing that narcissists do. They feel the need to spread the spiritual sickness that they themselves have. See, narcissists don't want to be alone. They always need to have somebody in their energy that they can control, so they feel like they're in control in some capacity. So when they see you moving on to bigger and better, depending on who this person was to you in your life up until this point, they're going to come for you. And if they can't make their way to you, they're going to get somebody else to do it for them. See, narcissists can be seen as very resourceful people. They'll do anything they have to. They'll go to any length to achieve their goal of making other people feel just as miserable as they do. And all of this is so they don't have to look at themselves in the mirror and focus on healing themselves. At the end of the day, that's what this all comes down to. They simply cannot bear to look at their own reflection staring back at them in the mirror. So they'll construct a web of misery in other individuals' lives so they don't feel like they're the only one that is broken. So in saying all that, Aries, this energy here wants to break you. What do we have at the solar plexus, please? Two of Swords, Libra energy. Wow. Literally followed everything I just said, right? So there's that horse, and now here it is landed. And this Two of Swords, this is crossroads energy. So here you were, right? Moving on, moving towards something. This energy comes in, and now you're stuck at this crossroad. You're confused. You don't know which way to go. And in this depiction, although we're looking at your back, you're blindfolded here. And each one of these swords represents a different direction. And see, this is where they want you. They want you to be in an energy of being very confused and not able to make any sort of decision. This is an individual that wants to bring you right back to the place that you've already broken free from, Aries. And I feel that for a lot of you, I only have 3 cards on the table, but so far this seems like a warning. And I feel that it's because of how significant your path is at the moment. It's very important that you're aware of your surroundings and that there's still a force out there that wants to stop you from going any further down this path. I'm also getting a message here surrounding you seeing how someone really gets down ever since you've cut them out of your life. The mask you suspected they were wearing has finally fallen. As you step into this new beginning, you see clearly now where the illusion always existed. And see, that's the thing, Aries. When you get on this path like you have here, all the individuals that tried to hold you back are the ones that are going to come for you because you know about them. And even though you may not care about these people, it just really depends on your situation and all you're focused on is your path ahead, they have something inside of them that is telling them that they need to stop you at all cost. This could very well be family related, right? Family members that you finally managed to break free from. For a lot of you as well, though, I've been picking up, even leading up to this reading, of an ex inside your energy. This could be them. It could even be a friend. Really just take it as it fits. But the overall theme of this message here is that now is not a time to let your guard down. And it makes sense because we are in your season, Aries. So now's the time to charge forward. Now's not a time for rest. Now's the time for work, Aries. And I do feel that all of you already know this. You feel it. Energetically speaking, a lot of you can almost feel an energy trying to close in on you. It's not scary. It's just more annoying. But it's during these times that you need to be very careful with who you're entertaining. New friends, new connections, new business deals, whatever it may be for you. Everything needs to be looked at under a microscope. And now is definitely not a time to be entertaining energies that aren't bringing something to the table. You simply do not have the time nor the energy to waste. You have something here that you're going to accomplish, come hell or high water. So you need to move like it. What do we have at the heart, please? Come hell or high water is exactly right. And what do we get? The 10 of Pentacles right there at the heart. And this is the reason why all of this is happening. See here how you're at this 9, right? And right here at the heart, this is you having crossed over at the 10. But we have a 4 and a 2 here. It's like they're trying to drag you back down, right? back down to the 2 where you're stuck at the crossroads, confused. There's something monumental in the energy here for you, Aries. This 10 of Pentacles, Virgo energy at the heart. I mean, this is everything here. It's an energy of legacy. And they know that you're heading towards this now. And they very much hold this energy of, well, if I can't be a part of it with Aries, then I'm going to make sure that they don't actually achieve it. Textbook narcissism, right? They do everything in their power to make sure that you don't have any success in your life because they think that success is limited to only them. But then once you finally escape their grasp and you start heading towards this particular success, which by the looks of it here, Aries, you're working very hard for this. You're not taking any shortcuts. There's no easy way out here. You've taken the long route to get here, which tells me that you're doing it right. The energy you're dealing with here is somebody who takes the shortcuts. These are the kinds of people who sell out or sell their soul to get the fame, to get the riches, to get the success immediately. But then by the time you're actually achieving it, they've lost it all. And they know this. You know, they say that imitation is the highest form of flattery, but what I'm getting here is an energy of resistance being a form of flattery here, because so much of it has been created on your path, Aries, that all it's doing is confirming to you that you're heading in the right direction, right? It's like an energy of, why is so much time and effort being put into little old me if where I was heading wasn't in a direction that wasn't very important or significant? There's an energy of wealth and satisfaction that you're heading towards, Aries, not only in the material sense, but emotionally as well. This is it. But you've worked very hard to get here. And it's during this process that you really start to see things that have led you to this point for what they are. You know, most of the time when we're stuck in these karmic cycles, we can't see it for what it really is, right? You can't see the forest for the trees. Perfect saying for how this energy works. When you're so consumed by this, you can't get a proper perspective. You can't see things from this universal vantage point over your life. But once you finally break free from these energies and you start to make your way down this path, you start to think back to everything that you've overcome in your life. You start to see these people, these places, these things, whatever it is, in a completely different light. And you realize there's no turning back. This is you waking up from the matrix of your life. There will be some individuals that you'll never see the same ever again. Some of these individuals you won't even be able to look in the face ever again because of how disgusted you truly feel for what they did to you. And what it comes down to, Aries, is their own spiritual illness. But there's a realization that you have as well. You see how dangerous these kinds of people truly are. I mean, they're the possessed, the narcissists of the world. You can't fault someone for being unhealed. You can't fault someone for being broken spiritually. We all have our own shadows that we need to overcome in our life. But what is completely unacceptable is when you want to make other people suffer because of your own spiritual illness. It's no different than having some sort of contagious disease and going out and spreading it because you don't want to be the only one sick. It's exactly the same. What do we have at the throat, please? High Priestess, Pisces energy at the throat. Aries, this High Priestess is representing the veil being parted by the divine so you can start to see things clearly for what they really are, which confirms everything I just said about you looking back over everything you've had to overcome to get here. You've gained a lot of wisdom and understanding on your path, and this is what's opened up this new door for you. Perception is the key. This High Priestess is also between this ebony and ivory column. These columns represent the two pillars of the Kabbalistic tree of life. They symbolize light and darkness, spirit and matter, and destruction and creation. You have this messenger owl that is swooping down and crowning you with the full moon. This represents enlightenment and the divine right to rule and guide. Very powerful energy here, Aries. You're most definitely co-creating with the divine as well, with this High Priestess coming out at this throat position. It's as if you're speaking your visions, your manifestations into the ethers, and everything is aligning perfectly for you to allow for all of this to start manifesting itself into your waking life. And this is why you have this force that is nipping at your heels, so to speak. The energy that surrounds you is an energy of the divine making an example out of you. Someone who's been faced with so much opposition, so much strife, resistance, and let down on their path, but then finally finding the courage within to charge forward and break away from all of these chains that were binding you, which positions you for the divine to now use you as an example of how it's done, Aries. It's very difficult to recognize this when you're going through these karmic cycles. It seems like a fantasy to think that you could actually finally break free and start heading down this path, surrounded by your visions, quickly becoming your reality. It seems like a miracle. It seems like magic. But the only thing stopping anyone from achieving this is finding the strength and courage and confidence from within to actually overcome all of the energies inside your environment that might be creating the resistance, which, depending on what it is you're dealing with, may seem absolutely impossible. And I get it. I've very much been here, Aries. Everything here I've seen before in my own life and others. It's a type of test. It's a type of cycle that those with the greatest ability to succeed at something absolutely beautiful and monumental are put through. This is one of those stories that will be spoken about for years and years to come. And some of you may even be saying to yourself, well, there's nothing that special about me or what I'm going through. But that's just it, Aries. Are you sure about that? I challenge you to take a closer look. Shift your perspective. How would the universe be looking at your life right now? Ask yourself what you think the universe has in mind for you. Because I can tell you right now, it's definitely not to be stuck inside that same old karmic cycle with that narcissist. It's definitely not what you came here for. What I see here is very powerful. 10 of Pentacles next to High Priestess. This is somebody who's being put in a position of influence, a position of power, because of the wisdom that you've gathered on your path, because of your experience. But in saying that, your struggles, your path that has led you here was absolutely necessary, which puts meaning and purpose behind it all. But you have to position yourself to be able to deliver that wisdom that you've gained back to the collective, however that shows up for you. Otherwise, it would have been for nothing. See, this is when you use the narcissist's own tricks against them. Everything they tried to use to stop you, you now use as a point of power to position yourself to help show others the way. It's like getting the playbook and then showing it to everybody else who may be going through the same cycles as you. What do we have at the third eye, please? Two of Wands. Wow. Aries energy at the third eye. Goes along with everything I just said. Here you are, right? World in the palm of your hand, and here they are, watching you. Oh no, I can't believe it. Aries made it through all the resistance. They've overcome all of my narcissistic abuse. Somehow they've turned it into wisdom. It's like they have my playbook now. They know how the narcissist moves. Can't let Aries leak this information into the collective. The narcissists of the world will be ruined. Aries, there's also an energy of protection that I'm feeling around all of you. And this is a byproduct of you stepping into your power and confidence. I always speak about this. This is essentially you meeting the divine halfway. You standing up for yourself and saying no more. The divine clapping and cheering you on and are now able to come down and protect you on your path. This is when terms like no weapons that form against you shall prosper, because now you've stepped on your path and you allow for that divine protection to surround you. You're truly starting to recognize that your reality is at your command and the world is literally in the palm of your hand. Your universe, your reality, you have full control. And this can also represent the divine keeping a watchful eye over you, making sure that you're protected from those other energies that I was picking up on as well. And that Two of Wands is right there at the third eye. So not only are we speaking about you having control over your reality, your universe, so to speak, but it's coming out of that third eye position, which speaks about how you're perceiving your reality. It's also giving balanced third eye visionary energy. You have a vision. You're heading towards it. You feel supported by the divine. You're starting to see things for what they really are. You're starting to look back over everything you've overcome, and you're seeing it in a way that you didn't before, like I was saying. And when this happens, it's mind-blowing. You just start to have a complete shift in how you perceive life. This is when the divine removes the rose-colored glasses from you, Aries. The filter's gone. Once this happens, there's no turning back. This is why it's so incredibly important to keep your guards up right now while you're navigating through this season. What do we have at the crown, please? Ace of Pentacles, perfect. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy at the crown. And as you can see here, the divine is holding something, safekeeping, right? Hey, Aries, come down this path. We have the pinnacles of success. We're going to hold this for you until you get to the other side for safekeeping. This is the new beginning. This is the thing you're manifesting. Whatever this is for you that you're heading towards, the divine is protecting it for you. It's not going anywhere. See, what you're starting to realize as well, Aries, this thing here, a lot of you were trying to manifest when you still had this other energy around you. And you couldn't figure out why it wasn't coming to pass, why it wasn't seemingly attainable. And it's all because you cannot share this with this energy. The only way you beat a narcissist at their own game is by doing a complete cutoff, severing the cord and charging toward everything that they told you you could not succeed at, becoming the person that they told you you can never become, and never, ever looking back. Yes, as you head down this path, you'll think back. It's a part of the healing, but looking back is completely different. Looking back suggests that you're entertaining the idea of going back. But I don't get that here for you, Aries. You've come too far, and it's as clear as day. What was always holding you back? There's just no doubt in your mind now. Everything you thought coming true. Everything you questioned yourself about, you being correct about. You realizing that you were correct. Everything that quite possibly they even told you you were crazy for thinking, turning out to also be true. This is what awaits you on the other side. It's amongst all of this that you start to realize how incredibly attuned you are to source, because now you're actually starting to see proof, confirmation, materializing in your life. You'll be thinking back on events and realizing that during some of those times, what you always thought was truth, but the gaslighting was so intense. There is a kind of sadness that comes with this as well. You start to realize that you've been exposed to very deep forms of layered narcissistic abuse and gaslighting. This is when you understand that you need to heal, you need to nurture yourself, bring yourself back into spiritual health, which the divine will help you with. It just takes a little bit of time, because it takes releasing yourself from these cycles to understand just how much evil you are exposed to. There's a tremendous amount of wealth and success on this table with this Ten of Pentacles and this Ace of Pentacles, Aries. This is an extraordinary energy, and we only have one row of cards. What do we have at the foundation, please? Knight of Wands, Bathen, Aries, Leo, Sag energy. There they come. Three of Cups, Gusion, Cancer energy at the sacral. So this Knight of Wands is pairing perfectly with this Nine of Wands, because here they come. That's them back there, right? Knight of Wands. And this Knight of Wands, I read in its negative polarity. This is a very chaotic person. This is somebody who's trying to make their way back into your energy as a means to make you feel very scattered. It's a very reckless, very impulsive energy, and their only purpose is to rupture your heart and stop you from moving forward. And for some of you, this could very well be a Sag. It doesn't have to be, but that is coming in very strongly here. I'm also hearing that you may need to check their other placements, because it might be Sag highly aspected somewhere else in their chart. This Three of Cups further confirms everything we're saying here. This is somebody who wants to come back through and try to get you to have a good time, right? This could have been somebody that you were dating. Could have been a family member or a friend who was a bad influence. Maybe somebody you partied with, or could just be somebody who gossips a lot as well, which can have a detrimental effect on your path forward, especially heading towards whatever you're heading towards here, Aries. You need the full force of the divine on your side. You cannot entertain any energies like this. Even just hanging around people who gossip and slander and party too much and aren't focused on their purpose can have a detrimental influence on your path, especially if the path that you are taking is one that is more spiritually influenced, which I feel for a lot of you, here it is. And it's coming in right at that sacral position. So a lot of distraction. I'm hearing they just want to stifle your creativity. And for some of you, this person, I feel, thinks that you're always checking up on their social media. And I feel that they're doing things to try and make you jealous. So if it's somebody you dated, maybe they're posting photos or something about the new people they're dating, but they're only doing it because they think that you're watching them. And if this is something that you have been doing, Aries, now is a perfect time to eclipse this from your life. You have this new beginning staring right at you, okay? But it's really up to you to fully embrace it. Okay. If I was you, I wouldn't be lukewarm about this new beginning. I would just jump in and release all of this old energy because it's not serving you. If anything, it's just creating drag. Really give yourself the opportunity to go head on into this fresh new beginning and don't take any of this residual energy with you. What do we have at the solar plexus, please? Wow. What a card to follow what I just said. Knight of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy in its negative polarity at the solar plexus. So here they are showing up as Knight of Wands, whoever this is for you, Aries. And this is how they think you are right now. They think that if they can get you stuck inside of some sort of web and it stops your movement forward, they'll be able to trap you inside this space here. Knight of Cups underneath this Two of Swords. This is you succumbing to all of that, right? Knight of Cups is a very overly emotional kind of energy. They want you to be jealous. They want you to be consumed by them so you can't see your way forward. For a group of you, this is most certainly an ex. This person's really putting on a show, I feel. You know, this is the kind of person that you move on from, and now their whole life is based on making you feel like you're missing out on something. This person has nothing better to do. And I feel that this is a pattern that this person has been in for a long time, right? This is the kind of person that would leave every relationship they're in exactly the same way. They're in their own karmic cycle. A lot of you are really starting to see just how truly sick this person is. It's kind of sad, right? I've dealt with people like this in my life, and where I'm at now, it's like I look back and I feel truly heartbroken for these people. They just can't seem to see it, right? And this is the exact same thing I'm getting here for you. For others, I'm picking up something around it being a family member that so badly wants to prove to the world that they're better than you, but clearly they're not. What do we have at the heart, please? Five of Pentacles, Taurus energy, Amigan. So, delay. This Five of Pentacles is an energy of loss. It's an energy of poverty mindset. And what is so interesting here, Aries, is this energy is the polar opposite of what you are heading towards, right? So they're utilizing shadow tactics. The shadow of your greatness is what they're trying to use to hold you back, which tells me that this energy knows you. They know how to get under your skin. So you need to do whatever you have to, Aries, to make sure that you don't expose yourself to this person's trickery. I'm hearing something about mutual friends, any sorts of people that connect you to this person. You may need to rethink some of those relationships right now. It's going to be different for all of you, but sometimes you really have to think about what's most important, your success or holding on to an individual in your life that may be leaking information about your new beginning to this individual. Exactly what I said at the beginning, right? So now we're starting to see this story really come together here. And this Five of Pentacles, to me, further speaks about the kind of individual that has sacrificed all their blessings. The divine gave them opportunities, I feel, and they threw them all away. It gives somebody who was blessed with a spiritual gift, but then used it to bring darkness into other individuals' lives. It really does speak about somebody who turned to the dark side, Aries. And then we have Mia, which is the Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag energy, divine power. So I feel that male or female, this is the energy that you are encompassing at this time, Aries. This is an energy of self-mastery, very confident, also very protected. You have all of these angels' wings surrounding you. It's like you're in this cocoon of protection. And this is all because you took the call. What do we have at the throat, please? Six of Pentacles, Taurus energy at the throat. Now, this is very interesting because right here we have the Five of Pentacles, Taurus energy, and then we have Six of Pentacles, Taurus energy. Very different energies here because this Five of Pentacles speaks again of poverty, lack, right? And this Six of Pentacles here speaks about you having an abundance. You have plenty. You're able to give back. It's an energy of prosperity. You having enough to actually share your wealth, whether it's material or spiritual. For most of you, it's going to be a combination of both. Aadea, the favorable God, divine grace, cures rage and pestilence, absolves the guilty. And this speaks about the spiritual disease, pestilence, right? What's interesting here, it says absolves the guilty. So what I feel that this is representing is you taking responsibility for all of your actions up until this point. It's as if you're not even blaming this person anymore because you're so grateful to have gone through all of these hard lessons to get to where you are now. Perfect. And that is what it's all about, Aries. It's a process. And this is when you start to realize just how truly healed you are. What do we have at the third eye, please? Four of Swords, Aal, the God of Trinity, Libra energy at the third eye. Mission, protects against slander and impious people. And this, I feel, is speaking about what I mentioned earlier on in the reading in regards to thinking about everything you've gone through, reflecting, putting the pieces together, right? This is representing you on the other side now. It's like you're over the threshold. There's also this energy here that they wanted to highlight about you entering into a space in the not so distant future where you can let your guard down, right? Remember how I said you got to keep your guard up right now? This is showing us an energy here where you're able to relax and rest. This is what's in the not so distant future, Aries, okay? So a bit of hope for you. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. What do we have at the crown to close out, Aries, please? Oh, perfect. Strength, Leo energy at the crown to close out the reading. Akamia, the raising God, loyalty. Delivery from those who seek to oppress brings victory. Further reiterates everything I just said. And what's interesting here is this is Leo energy, right? The lion. And here you are laying on this lion here, even though this is Libra energy. That lion is highlighted, and then we get Leo energy right here. So which really just speaks about your fortitude, your confidence, and your courage. You harnessing this inner strength to keep pushing forward. That it's going to pay off. And it's right underneath this Ace of Pentacles. It's like here's the divine lifting you up, right? So you can grab this pentacle from God's hands. What I'm looking at here is all of you accomplishing something of great magnitude in your lives. So whatever this represents for you, just know that all of your work, all of your dedication will not be for nothing. It will pay off. And I feel that what we have channeled through for you here is a very clear blueprint on how you can move to accomplish this. Aries, this is the message I have available to you, depending on where you are on this timeline, should you choose to accept. I'm going to go ahead and leave it here. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you would like a personal reading, you can find all of my contact details in the description below this video. And thank you for your donations, Aries. Take care.